Hey, Gary Caps,
Hey, Bob Reid.
how
Look
y'all
at that.
doing? Hey, what a crew there. Well, welcome, welcome. Hopefully y'all had a good business kickoff tonight.
We did so
Yeah.
far.
Well, I just want to drop in and say you're on the beginning of the trail that you need to be on. Uh, November 17th, 2016, I called a meeting just like what y'all are at tonight with at George Donaldson's because he was located more centrally in Baton Rouge. I'm about 35, 40 miles outside of Baton Rouge. So not a very convenient location. And but he was very convenient. And we had our first meeting like this, a business meeting, because this is a business. Now, uh, we've had that meeting every Tuesday night, regardless if we had guests coming with us or not, because we're a bunch of business partners and we learn from each other and we grow with each other. Now, what you're learning about for the first time, maybe in your lives, is God's money, gold and silver, real money. And we're learning how to share it with other people with a company that it's affordable for us and average everyday people for the first time in history. And everyone needs gold and silver, they just don't know it. And we're the emissaries of that knowledge. That's what you are. So if you haven't thought about it in that way, I encourage you to grab a hold of that vision, that conviction, that 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 ability to share that same sentiment with everyone you come in contact with. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to go out and, you know, uh, bother them to death, but we will learn certain skills, attitudes, and techniques in this process, how to share. And there's multiple ways to do it. And a great example is Gary and Carmen. You know, they've been exposed to gold and silver for a long time. Gary didn't have it. I mean, they actually are best friends of the major co-founder of the business and did not join. We were fortunate enough to meet them on one of what we call the getaway trips in Cancun, and we, you know, they kind of caught the vision after being exposed to it numerous times. But they, like many thousands of others in my group now, for the first time own gold and silver, real gold and silver. And what is that? Well, that's financial insurance. I mean, just like you have a home insurance policy, why do you have a home insurance policy? You have it just in case your house burns down. Well, why do you need financial insurance? You've worked hard all your lives to have a nice, comfortable retirement, security in retirement. Well, that's jeopardized by bad government decisions, bad business decisions, not necessarily your bad decisions, but bad decisions by those that affect you immensely in your finances that you have no control over. One of them being our national debt. And if we know history, we know that our currency has been reset 3 times in the history of our country. And the last time was when we pegged it to gold again. And now we're off the gold standard again. And so what's going to happen? Will it happen in your and my lifetime? No guarantee that it will, but no guarantee that it won't. So we need financial insurance. Everyone you know needs financial insurance. Everyone needs some gold and silver, but they need to learn about it on their own terms in their own comfortable way. And that's what we do at 7K. We're encouragers. We encourage people to learn with the tools that we have, that the company provides, that we provide. So think of 7K as nothing more than the Costco of gold and silver. And if you get a membership in it, and a person gets a membership in it, well, they have the ability to learn and to buy, and to buy at affordable prices without having to buy 500 or 1,000 ounces. They get the same prices as most of the major companies provide if you buy 500 or 1,000 ounces. Well, that's a great deal. And then you can earn extra income and you can get 1099 tax benefit. So basically, you can get your gold and silver and sound money with taxes you would have paid to the government to waste for you, but have it redirected that it's buying you gold and silver. And so one of your challenges is to learn all about that. How is that possible? I mean, I just really want to know. And we have the tools. At least I have the tools in my training programs by the CPAs, by the tax attorneys, by the tax consultants. See, it's just third party confirmation information, not necessarily mine, but I have mine in there too, which points you to those directions. So, congratulations on kicking off your real 7K business. I know you may be a member already, but let's just kick it off right way. Now, here's what I want to challenge. See, we've got new systems being brought in all the time on how to expose, how to share, and so devoting a little bit of time every week is what we need to do, just like we would in a part-time job. But just think about this: it's not a part-time job; it's a part-time business that you own. You're 100% ownership, and you get to pass it on to your children's children. So it's a legacy business if you want to make it that way. And that's what we've decided to do. The company is not quite 8 years old yet. So, but it's established, it's sound, it's there. It's going to be here 100 years from now, if we're around 100 years from now. But I have firm belief that it'll be there. Why? Because its infrastructure is paid for, it's there, it's built, and they have become, in a very short period of time, they've become a major player in the gold and silver market. And in their collectibles, they have moved way in advance with their modern collectibles, with the Miles Standish coins, with the unique coins that they put in. These are rare, affordable, collectible items that basically I always teach people this is your retirement program, a retirement program that you are in charge of, not the government, not an employer, or the combination of employer, and the government. And if you pursue this as a business, as a home-based part-time business, or internet-based part-time business, then you get to accrue those 1099 tax benefits. So much of these collectible rare products are at cost or below cost. And so that makes them a deal already. Okay. And so then you can only gain. So here's what I'd like to kind of end with. I will take questions for anybody that has questions here tonight. But one of the things I like when you do a home-based meeting like you're doing, and I believe in the home-based business meetings. I believe in keeping a community together. I think that's what makes my network, my group, one of the strongest in the companies, is because we do this all around the country. It may be small meetings, It may be a little larger, but we do them mostly through the home, and and those people meet at least once a month. Many of them meet twice a month, and most of them meet once a week. Uh, I call it like Bible study. If you if you're not reading in the Word, if you're not you're not going to Sunday school, you're not learning uh, about the Word, then you get a little dull. Uh, you always learn something new, and that's what we do. That's what we do about learning about God's money, sound money. That's why we come together as a community and as a team, and then we're helping one another, and that's why I call it a one another business. People helping other people helping other people understand the need for sound money, and then how to acquire it, how to make good decisions about it, and and then how to advance their business with people helping each other with skills, attitudes, and techniques uh, to advance their business over time. And just kind of think about it. It's a left side and a right side. It's a two-sided business, and so it's not one of these very difficult referral compensation plan. And we're dealing with an asset. We're not dealing with expenses. We're not dealing with lotions, potions, and pills. I mean, not that they're not good for us, and many of us need the lotion, potions, and pills. But to make a business out of it, I'd rather make a business with an asset than having to buy something that is not worth something more, not worth more than what I paid for it years in advance. And all those things have expiration dates, and they're totally worthless if you even save them. But the last thing that I wanted to kind of bring home to you is the people who have stuck with me all these years, and I've got thousands of people now that have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and more of gold and silver that they never had. And many of them never had a savings before in their lives. That's what we're doing. That's the difference that we're making. We're helping make a difference in people's life and people learning how to become debt free and building up wealth with something they're in control of. It's only them and God, nobody else. It's them and God, not the government, not their employers. And that's a good thing. And we have testimony after testimony. And now with the new Vault webpage on Facebook, private in our group, and I encourage you, if you're not on it, yeah, we're even getting people who's never been on Facebook in their 70s on Facebook for the first time, so they can see this, because we've been teaching this lately, and it's a good system that you can, even if you just get on it and you're going to look and hear the different people's stories from all around the country and eventually all around the world. And those are good things to relate to, because people's stories are what matters. The last thing I'd like to do is, if just in case y'all have done it, but I'd like to show in sharing my screen, and I'm sure maybe you've done it tonight, but I'd like to show this because it to me it kind of summarizes everything, the power of four little chart. And we're talking about a lifetime membership, $5.99. So nobody can go broke on this. Nobody can hurt people financially. But if they get a lifetime member, that's better than paying $599. You can't even get a college education, a part-time course for that kind of tuition for a year or a semester. So $5.99, they get this lifetime membership, and they get to buy gold and silver and learn about gold and silver. Okay. So they don't have to buy anything, but then they get all the benefits that come with it. But what if they actually pursue this? What if they actually do something with it? And here's the key. If we all know different people, so if that person then shares it the way we teach and learns how to share it the way we teach with the tools that we have instead of our mouths, we use it a little, our mouths, but we use tools. Let the tools do the talking and we just do the contacting. Well, if they enroll two people and put them on their left team, well, and they do the same thing that they did, and that's going to give them 150 points for every membership. So if they get two on the left and two on the right, and if they do this in their first week, I like to try and do it in the first week. That means they'll have 300 points left and 300 points right. Well, that means they're going to get a partial check, and that's $250. But they're also going to get instant gold pay whenever they enroll. They get $80 worth of gold deposited into their account for each member. So that basically is $320 worth of gold. And then they get what we call loyalty points. So see, we got all ways to earn and to get free silver and gold, more than just the dollars, the referral fees. Are we a network marketing company? Yeah, we're a non-traditional network marketing company. We're different than everyone else out there. But does many major businesses that aren't networking pay referral fees? Absolutely. So we pay a referral fee. The company pays a referral fee. So look at it that way, as a referral fee. You and I get paid to help advertise and build the membership of the company. What people do with it is up to them and their team. Well, in this instance, if we do this all in a week, 1 week, then guess what? They got all their money back. They got it back in $250. They got $320 in gold. And then at the end of the month, they can get a 1-ounce silver coin with the loyalty point, just from that right there. Now, what if we go and duplicate this with one of these two people on the left and one of these two people on the right? Let me show you what that does. That means that instead of this person just having three, it means this person has the power of 4 underneath them. But it also comes up to you because you enroll that person and that person enrolled the person that has the power of 4. So that means they're going to have 600 points. They have 300 points here and 300 points here coming up to her, but you have 600 points coming up. And if you have one of these two persons do the power of 4, you have 600 points coming up. Well, that's enough to get a $500 check the next week. Well, what if we're not as that fast? Well, what if it took us a whole month to do this? We got all our money back and we got gold and silver. That's pretty powerful. What if it took us a whole year to do this? Got all our money back, got gold and silver, got a lifetime membership. Let's do it again next year. Or let's do it twice next year. See, that's the key. Don't get impatient. Just keep working at it a piece at a time, as a team, working together as a community. And that's what we've done. That's what my group has done. We've stayed, we're called the steady eddies. Okay. And that's what I encourage y'all to do. Y'all got a really good start and do it with the power of 4 and getting a picture of this and making sure everybody communicates that. And this is the essence of the business right here. Okay. And we just keep duplicating, or just the power of 2, which I taught for many, many years. And one of my first executive goals, Wayne Clark, he has a real short video, about 3 minutes and 20 seconds, I think, or something like that. And I've got it, and Gary's got it, and y'all need to make sure you have it. It just kind of summarizes the power of two, just doing one and one. Everybody just getting one on the left and one on the right and duplicating that. And what kind of income difference it can make in yours and other people's lives. And that's a message I wanted to share with you tonight. And of course, I know y'all have seen since I talk about income money, I've got to always talk about the income disclosure every time I talk about it. And the reason I like to do that is people are making this kind of money in this company. They're really doing that. Even though the vast majority, 85% of the members are just customers. But look at the averages, look at the medians. There are really people making these kind of incomes, and we're only not even quite 8 years old yet. Be 8 years in November. We'll be celebrating that. So I want to encourage all of you to become part of this team that takes over Utah. Do you know Utah is wide open? We have the company right there. Utah is wide open. Actually, the whole United States is really wide open because we've only reached about 80,000 total people since the time that we've been open. Okay. That's just like a drop in the bucket of the ocean with where we're going to be going and communicating it to people. So it's just a tremendous opportunity, and you're sharing an opportunity of how to protect wealth, how people can protect their wealth, how they can protect their family's wealth, and how they can grow that wealth after they get it protected. That's what we do. So let me let me uh, let me take any questions that anyone may want to have.